Hi, this is Aaron from BANE. You're watching MOSH BEATDOWN Hardcore.
Why so long didn't come to Russia?
You know, it's sort of a hard thing to coordinate. A lot of things have to go right in order to be able to pull something like this off. We tried, we talked about it for a long time. I'm not sure why it never worked before. Exactly. Something we've wanted to do, but this was the first time it really, really worked.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay, I know that you was in Moscow yesterday,
Yes.
and what's the difference between European and American hardcore audience between Russian?
Well, it's different from different parts of America. It's different through different parts of Europe. It certainly felt different in Russia yesterday. Kids felt really, really thankful that we were there, really hyped. You know, it just sort of has a lot to do with, I don't know, how centralized your scene is, how many shows come through, how many bands come through regularly. It really changes. There are places in Europe that have shows all the time where it's no big deal to have bands come through, and there are some spots where they're really excited to have bands come through. So I think it really depends on the size of the city and how active the community is with booking shows and starting their own local bands and things. Yesterday felt great. We played with 2 really cool openers, and all the kids were so sweet. They seemed so psyched that we were there. It was awesome. But it felt like we were very far from home, you know?
Why kids come to a hardcore scene, and what do you want to find in it, and what maybe you found in this scene?
I was a pretty lost kid, you know? I really didn't have much of a family. I wasn't making good decisions in my life when I was young. I was really gravitated towards trouble and towards being rebellious and towards being a pretty wild kid, and punk rock and hardcore sort of gives you a place to channel a lot of that anger and aggression, and it gives you almost like a soundtrack to how you're feeling inside. It's so heavy, it's so anger fueled that, yeah, it felt like a place where I could make some sense of all my thoughts and all my confusions. And I think that's what it is for a lot of kids, you know? It really sort of speaks to kids who are angry inside, who are asking for something more out of life.
What do you think it is more in hardcore, love or hate, or angry?
Love.
Love.
Yeah.
Remember your first show? What's the difference between first and last show?
My first show was a long, long time. I was 15 years old in 1985. I saw Black Flag play. You know, the big difference in my mind now is that I was really scared. I was really nervous. I was very overwhelmed. I felt so excited to be there that I almost couldn't stand it inside, you know? My last show was yesterday, and I've seen 1,000 shows in between, so I feel much more at home here, much more comfortable, much more like this is a place that I completely understand and have contributed to and am excited to be a part of. Whereas when I was 15, I just fucking felt horrified, you know?
What's in your mind when you go on the stage?
I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to play and to try to, yeah, to let out some emotions, let out some energy, maybe make some other kids feel the same. And when people are smiling and dancing and singing, it just gives me like a really good feeling. I feel very alive.
And you think about, oh man, I'm in Russia. Oh man, yeah. I'm in Brazil.
We said it probably 5 times yesterday to each other. Holy fuck, we're in Russia, dude. Like, we kind of can't believe it.
Is the song My Therapy about New Age Fellowship? Are you a friend of Jimmy?
Somebody asked me that yesterday. I have no idea what that is. My Therapy is about loving hardcore music.
Yeah!
yourself like a hardcore star or hardcore veterans?
No.
Do you have star fever?
No.
Okay, maybe you need a 5-star hotels or...
No. Do you see where we are right now?
Yeah, I understand. How your family reacted through these years and so much time into BANE breaking up?
I don't have a lot of family. I can't speak for everyone. Everyone has different. Both of my parents are dead. I just have one grandmother, and she's just sort of proud of me and excited. I don't think she even really understands that the band is ending or when it is ending. I have a very, very small family.
Yeah.
My friends are sad. You know, I think they're a little excited to have me around more, but so many of my friendships come from this band that I think it's strange for them to have the band ending.
The end of BANE will be the end of your staying in culture and hardcore culture or not?
No, of course not.
Do you have some unrealized ideas?
Yeah, 1,000 of them. Most of them in BANE, I got to realize them and got to see them come to fruition. But there's a lot of things that I should be doing outside of the band that I'm now excited to do. Things like writing or becoming a better poker player, becoming better at standing on my own 2 feet, you know? Like, this has always been like a security blanket for me. It's been a very safe place for me. And now I'm going to have to be brave and do some things just for me, you know?
Is hardcore still actual, both musically and a social point of view? Can there be a way of development, or we can talk about stagnation? Okay, can we start again?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's always a point where you can reassess how things are going, how you're living your life. Yeah, I think that's one of the wonderful things about being human, is that you can think critically. You can take a step away from things and look at them and make changes and try to become a better person. And if you carry that into the hardcore scene, then it will echo. You know, it will cause a ripple effect where now that is affecting your community around you. So yeah, it's never. The answer is never. We stay still now. You know, either we keep moving or we sink. Things that shit from some, can we start again? Go back to what it meant back then. From the mountain of it heart. The things that shit from can we start again? Can we start again? Go back to what it was back then.
Okay, do you agree that nowadays is only one visual component of the hardcore scene? It's a clothes and music, just like...
No, I do not believe that. I believe that there's a lot of heart and a lot of soul and a lot of people who are far more about what's inside than what's on outside. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of fashion. There's a lot of very shallow people, but there are people who are here for reasons that are much more genuine than just how they look.
But what about song from H2O, that what's happened? It's a real problem in America, hardcore audience, to have a lot of posers.
I think it's really what you decide to concentrate on. It's really, you know, where you decide to look within the scene. If you want to look at the negative, there's certainly plenty to see. If you want to look for the positive, if you want to look for the kids who are really trying to do something, who are not that interested in the way that they look and are far more interested in contributing something, then they're there to find.
Great. And what advice you can give to novice hardcore band?
Never give up. Never quit.